The Hatred, Episode 4, Kurt Cutter.
The world hates me. I've thought this thought with such frequency that I imagined it must have worn grooves into my brain. Little channels of mind carved out by the constant tide of inner soliloquy. That can't be right. What did Elaine say? That soliloquy is spoken aloud? Monologue? Isn't that the one that's on the inside? Inner monologue, that is.
I can't say that you look like the sort of man that knows much about monologues.
You eavesdropping?
Not really eavesdropping if you're soliloquizing.
That ain't a word.
Then how did I say it?
That ain't a real word.
Okay, believe what you want. Most people do nowadays. By the way, ain't a word by your criteria. But to answer your question, I'm always eavesdropping. It's the best way one can gather material.
Material? That why you piped up? So that I could be material for your scribbling?
Testy.
Been through more tests than you can imagine.
Yeah, well, I've had a few of my own.
God, I know your type. You probably work up at the university, think low of me just because I got a drawl. Figure that if I didn't know what a soliloquy was, then I must be deprived of whatever crucial scrap of trivia you care about more than all the other scraps of trivia. That about sum it up?
I'll admit I may have been stereotyping. It's not every day you hear someone muttering to themselves about drama terms. And you're right about my occupation, at least. I teach theater, if you'd believe it. Professor Amber Raleigh.
Professor? What a plot twist, Ms. Kurt Cutter, tow truck driver extraordinaire. Part of me wanted to be left to my laundry and my beer, while the other part was grateful for a break in the routine. A woman came up the steps, about mid-20s from the look of her, edging too close to where I was leaning, then disappeared into the wash and nosh. I could pick up the faintest whiff of marijuana from the Ford Focus she'd stepped out of. College kids. Nothing but a fucking menace. I returned my attention back to Amber, grinning. How do you know I'm not some hotshot Broadway actor slumming it down in San Marcos with the rest of you rejects?
Because your shirt says Eat, Sleep, Tow, 6-shooter towing services?
I suppose I'd give it away then. Usually I just wear my overalls.
I'd have never guessed your job then.
Funny. And what did you hope to accomplish by sticking your nose into my soliloquy?
I don't know if I'd call muttering to yourself a soliloquy.
Guess not. If that were so, Austin would be the soliloquy capital of Texas. I wasn't the one who was good with all the terms.
And who was she? A she, right? Ex-lover, perhaps?
My daughter. You might have known her. She went to school here for theater.
I might have taught her.
No, you'd remember if you had. Sorry. It's just you're a total stranger.
I told you my name. We aren't strangers anymore. Just don't stare at the chair as if I've put an invisible spike on the seat. I could use the company.
Elaine. That was my baby's name. She loved the theater. Ever since she was little, she'd always dress up like this character or that one, always rehearsing lines, scenes from movies. But every kid loves movies, you know. I haven't met one that didn't just sit there, eyes glued to the moving images. We went to see a play together when Elaine was little. Might have been the one with the AIDS and the angels.
Angels in America.
Yeah. Ain't fucking met a single one, that's for sure. I didn't get it. I didn't know what we were getting into. Wouldn't have gone if I had. But she saw that one and fell in love with the theater. It became her life. All that pretending, being somebody she wasn't. One day I asked her, "Baby girl, why isn't being you enough?" You know what she said? She said something like, If they see the character when they see me, then I can be more than one person. I can be 10 people, 100. I could be all the people that ever lived, if I had enough time.
She sounds like a bright young lady.
She was. And my life is all the darker with her gone.
Oh, please, here. I have some tissue.
Ah, shit. That's the story of my life. One mess after another.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have asked. God, my heart breaks for yours.
I've done a few tows from wrecks. More times than not, somebody's been drinking. Thought they were good, got behind the wheel. The cops would call the dispatch, then I'd get sent out to haul away the remains. And I remember one of those jobs, just thinking to myself how grateful I was it wasn't nobody I know. I got a call one night, about a year ago, for a wreck just off I-35. Close to here, actually. Three-way stop on a frontage road. Apparently one driver had plowed straight through the stop. The location is close to our impound, and I just dropped off a vehicle fresh from my last rotation, so I took the call. Didn't even have the descriptions yet. That's how soon I was on it. It was just about dark, and I saw the red and blue lights before anything else. Then I saw the Beamer, 7 Series, the real nice ones, you know. And it was fucked. The driver, this freaking kid, who couldn't have been older than 22, who'd never worked a job, that tanned his perfectly bronze skin, was already in handcuffs and sitting next to it. So drunk, he couldn't keep his head from lollying around. You getting your material?
Sorry. There's a lot of that in this town. At least he wasn't hurt.
Yeah, that's what I thought to myself too. Kid's a dipshit, but at least he's all right. Then I saw the other car. Driver's side was crushed. Crushed ain't even a word for it. The firefighters were getting at it with the jaws of life. But from the difficulty they were having, they need the jaws of fucking immortality. I could see blood dripping from beneath the driver's door. I knew it right then. As soon as I saw the blood, some part of me knew it. I pulled my wrecker up, rushed out around to the backside, theater department sticker on the bumper. Then I saw the license plate. You get good at remembering license plates in this line of work, and I recognized hers immediately.
That was your daughter? The administration sent out a department email. Oh my God, I am so sorry. I didn't even know.
Holy shit, killed my baby girl. I saw the bumper sticker, saw the LP, came flying out of my wrecker. We got these tolls we used to crack up the wheel dollies. I kept mine in the cab instead of in the back, like some drivers. Folks are nicer when they see me lumber out of the truck with that 4-foot metal bar. That Joe College fuckhead, he was slurring on about Daddy was some hotshot lawyer up in Austin and how these asshole cops were going to lose their jobs. He didn't see me coming at him until the cops started shouting.
Did you?
No. Damn, I could snot all of this shirt. And now I have to do another load of freaking laundry.
I'm glad you didn't do anything stupid.
I'm not. I was a fucking pussy. Should have busted that little fucker's head open like Gallagher with a watermelon. Sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Maybe because you know what a soliloquy is.
I hope some measure of justice was done.
Hell no. He ended up at some fancy rehab center called The Ranch, where the CEOs and doctors and politicians wind up when they end up hitting the bottle too hard, get too fond of the pills. The kid skated right past prison. Daddy tapped one of his hotshot lawyer friends and, just like he said, made the case that prison would ruin his life and future. Caught an acute case of affluenza.
I'm afraid I'm at a loss for words.
Watch it.
Clean up your beer, ass brain. The server isn't your fucking mommy.
Fucking asshole pricks. Always making a mess and expecting the serving staff to clean up after them.
I found myself dumbfounded as I followed the woman carrying the armload of fast food. Inside her Ford Focus, I could make out two men. The one in the front seat jolted upright, and I saw his face. His face. No fucking way. I thought I'd lost you, bastard. I thought you'd get out of rehab, end up ODing or wrapping around a tree.
If you wanted, maybe we could grab a drink sometime. Hello?
It's him.
Who? Someone in the car? What are you doing?
Gathering material. Well, Professor, I think I'm gonna have to take a rain
Listen,
check on
I know
that
you
drink.
don't know me, but...
Goddamn right I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't know what it's like to be turned away from the vehicle by the cops because they didn't think you should see what become of your little girl. You don't know what it was like to bury her with a closed casket because the fucker turned her into hamburger meat. You don't know what it's like to watch some hotshot little shit walk away without a scratch. The wreck hardly touched him. The justice system hardly touched him. And now I see they let him out from his bullshit kindergarten rehab
You're
early.
scaring me.
You aren't the only one that should be scared. By now I figured dinner and drinks were off the table. I released my grip on the railing, then disappeared inside the laundromat without a word. When I retrieved my work uniforms, I didn't bother folding them, just dumped them into the hamper. Amber was gone from the porch by the time I reemerged. But now fate, or God, or something greater, had brought the bastard within spitting distance of me. The picture of the license plate was clear. I get the address from Rita. She served a desk at the Department of Public Safety, and it wouldn't be hard for her to check the license plates. If I was lucky, the bastard and the dark-haired woman lived together. Otherwise, well, I can make the woman talk. If she kept company with the likes of the bastard, she deserved whatever I did to her. Believe that. As I loaded the laundry into the passenger seat of my pickup, I realized, just maybe, the reason I hadn't died yet, the reason I hadn't killed myself or drank myself to death, the reason of my very existence was to bring an end to the bastard zone.
Hey, Miles.
Hey, Dave. Sorry about last night. I didn't mean to be so difficult.
Difficult was one way of putting it. After we had gotten home last night, Miles had run into the garage and began dramatically destroying his weed stash, all the while stating, "This is what you want, isn't it, Mama? I'll clean up my act, all right?" in an accusatory tone directed at me. Sophia, in a flash of brilliance, suggested that we'd better enact our plan to get Miles high before he trashed all the pot. And it was the first and hopefully last time that Miles was forcibly administered marijuana. During a chaotic 15-minute period that involved duct taping Miles to a chair, cramming earplugs into his nostrils, and squeezing his mouth to force him to inhale weed, Miles eventually came back to his senses via his regular habit of losing them. What's it like being affected by the call?
Utterly convincing. I thought you were Mama. Everything about you reminded me of her. Even your voice, your speech. It all had that needling cadence, that faux concern that was really about puncturing what little sense of self-worth I have left. Sorry, I wish I didn't put that on you.
Well, good to know that you won't strangle me. Or your mother, for that matter. Hey, you put up a hell of a fight, though. I'm still sore.
I swear to God, I thought she put a microchip in that blunt and was trying to keep track of me. Man, I had this sense that I'd never get away from her.
Isn't she, paying for this house and everything else?
Sure, but I've already combed the place for bugs and other surveillance devices. Don't worry, Dave. She can't hear us.
Okay.
I'm still amazed that the grass snapped me out of it so quickly. Everyone told me I smoked too much, but judging by how folks have been reacting to you, maybe we should legalize this shit pronto.
Yeah, I'm sure a campaign on the counter curse effects of marijuana will be a very easy sell.
Check this out. That forum I told you about last night, before I wigged, someone reached out to me. I got a response from a user who linked me to a thread in one of the premium sub-forums. So you owe me an additional $5.99 on top of the rent this month to comp me for the Terra Normal Profit Tier access.
There's some kind of profiteering going on, all right?
Okay, check this out. The mutual routed me through this guy's thread. According to his profile, he didn't post frequently, but one day he posted this absolutely gargantuan thread. I'm looking at it, and I'm talking straight boomer grade abuse of the English language, complete with walls of text, way too many periods, capitalization choices that seem attributable to a cat on a keyboard while in the throes of epilepsy.
Miles, less snark, more bark.
Right. So not only was there a massive info dump, but there was a ton of connecting documents. The premise is basically that there were an inordinate amount of veteran-related killings.
What the hell are you talking about?
It was that he found several vets who died in close proximity to one another. Or maybe it was like they were from the same place. Or the same unit, maybe? It's hard to decipher. This dude should really learn how to revise.
Yeah, I'm sure the first thing on his mind before vomiting a conspiracy theory online is his editing.
Here we go. You interested?
Does a bear shit in Rome?
Is that a cone?
Just tell me.
All right, I'll do you one better.
Crimson font with low resolution skulls rotating, 16-bit fires flickering in their sockets. Miles, this is like 90s GeoCities grade.
Beautiful, isn't it? The user is the last Freeman.
Why'd he spell it with 3s for E's and $signs for S's?
Pay attention. Look at these compiled headlines. Veteran, 25, strangled following road rage altercation. Veteran, 27, stabbed in Houston nightclub. Veteran, 28, killed in fatal gas station shooting, and on and on.
This is too out there. This is crazy. Alex Jones, chemicals in the water turning frogs gay. Level crazy. Maybe worse.
And what we've just seen isn't?
This dude is saying that there's a conspiracy or something with veterans and that this has led to over 50 deaths from 1998 through 2007 alone.
This thing's claimed a lot of lives, but it's 2017 and he hasn't updated in a while. There's no telling how many have died from this.
Look, even if this is true, which is highly suspect, there's no way of knowing that these particular killings are connected to me.
You seriously don't see the through line? Here. The last free man claims that these veterans entered the service in the Houston area. And I mean, yeah, he doesn't verify how he got his hands on those records, but that's a hell of a coincidence.
The government takes military personnel files seriously. Wait. It looks like most of the obits born in Houston. Born in the Woodlands, Pearland, Baytown, Sugarland, so on. Man, this is all too fucking crazy. Houses are haunted. Graveyards are haunted. I'm
gonna send him a message. Reach out. Maybe we can arrange a meeting. See if he has any information he doesn't feel comfortable sharing online.
Do you think I'm really cursed? Did I deserve this?
I don't know what we deserve. You can't possibly think you brought this on yourself, though. Oh, he messaged back.
Already?
Uh-huh.
Can I talk to him?
The last free man knows I'm a longtime user on Terra Normal because he can see when I made my profile. I'm not going to fuck up my cred.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Dude says he knows the origins of the curse, how to survive it. Says he's been doing it for, years and years. And he says he ain't survived by making stupid moves. Oh, he'll send me more info once he's had me verify some stuff. Said he'll reach out in the afternoon. Best of all, he isn't opposed to meeting. Matter of fact, I think we might end up being the first real people he's interacted with in a while.
All right, this afternoon then. Let me know when he gets back to you. Christ. Thanks, Miles. This is the first good news I've had in days.
Hey, no problem, man. We'll get this sorted. It'll all work out. Breathe a sigh of relief and let me work my magic.
I breathed a sigh of relief when I found what I'd been looking for. God, I was like a kid who'd snuck downstairs on Christmas Eve and started digging into the presents. And what a present this was. I didn't have the opportunity to follow them home last night. My subsequent chat with Professor Amber had gone sideways as a kicked dog. But I didn't care. When I'd glimpsed the bastard, everything changed. Everything. This morning I phoned Rita ASAP. The 6th had fallen on a Thursday, and she was notorious for calling out sick on Fridays. If I didn't get to her then, she'd be out of the office the whole weekend. Sweet, juicy, lonely Rita Garcia at Texas DPS. Rita, with all that motor vehicle information at her fingertips, just a few clicks away. I had shown up at her house before she left for work, flowers in hand, hair slicked back, and a smile on my face. Bit of coke in a tiny baggie too, for a special occasion. Rita loved living dangerously, and a menage a trois with myself, Rita, and the white lady put Rita in a good enough mood that she didn't even bother to ask what I needed the license plate for. I had the address of one Sophia Barker by the time 9:30 rolled around, texted to me by lovely, lonely, coked up Rita. At least she would be wide awake for her shift. Where are you, bastard? Someone's in the backyard. Shit, I can't see. Rita, you better have given me the right address. I saw them then. Coming out the front door, same Ford Focus, same bastard and his 2 friends. Strange, I thought he'd be living larger than this. I gunned his sorry ass down right now if not for that shitty Lautenberg amendment. No matter. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Fancy meeting you here, you bastard. Remember me? I'm the guy whose little girl you took away.
Fuck not having them go. Figure something out. If they leave, you won't ever see them again. Don't fuck this up, Cutter.
Hello? God, my mind's playing tricks on me. Jesus, that odd. Doesn't even sound like me. Ah, here we go. Cutter gonna cut you, bastard. How about that? The Barker woman's car backed out of the driveway. The anger surged in my drumming heart, hard enough to where I could feel the blood pulsing where my hands gripped the steering wheel. Thump, 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 thump. The sedan passed by the small dance lot. The 3 occupants not so much as giving me a second glance. I might as well have been invisible. I put the truck in drive and followed.
The Hatred is written and created by Tom Trest. Directed by Brooke Pillafont. Starring P.S. Simons as Dave Kelly. Ella Evenson as Sophia. Joey Chance as Miles. Brooke Pillafont as Professor Amber Rowley. Jay Smith as Pega. And Dan Cooley as Kurt Cutter.